precious letters that are herewithin contained were never intended for public consumption. They are private letters, written most commonly in the heat of passion and containing confessions, secrets, thoughts, and feelings that the letter writer would more happily have died than ever have had exposed to the punishing gaze of society. However, now that all of the letter writers and people engaged in these events are either dead, in prison, or hopelessly insane, with the exception of myself, I have no compunction in gathering them all together, arranging them in their sequence of events, and presenting them to you, my discerning readership. The various events that are herein chronicled began in the year of our Lord, 1748. It took me years to gather these letters through various means, including blackmail, bribery, cunning, deceit, and sometimes downright barbarism. I have changed no names. I have blunted no edges. I only ask that as you read the lives of these poor souls laid bare, you judge them by the honest yardstick of those darkest secrets that you yourself withhold. My dear reader, as I sit here in my study composing the preface to this volume, I imagine you some, 276 years or so in the future, reading this book, sitting in your cozy study with your stocking feet resting on the ottoman in front of a cozy fire, the soft brown leather binding in your hands. Your anticipation is fevered. Your imagination runs away with you. So in tune are you with the people who populate these pages that without even opening the book, you can see in your mind's eye what they look like. And my dear reader, I imagine that you are forming a guess. I imagine that you can guess which one of the 6 people in the forefront of your imagination is going to write the first letter. So strong is this instinct that I imagine 276 years in the future, you will shout out by the color of the outfit purple. You are correct. But also, dear reader, I imagine you can even guess to whom that letter writer was writing their first letter. On the count of 3, I imagine you will shout it out. 1, 2, 3!
The man in blue.
Dear reader, are you holding a cocktail in your hand? Did you guess the man in blue? In that case, you are correct. Finally, dear dear reader, I imagine that as you picture the man in purple poised at his writing desk, his quill pen in hand, you can guess of the very deep thought that he is running around in his imagination, which inspires the opening of his letter. I imagine you will shout out this deep thought on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3!
Yes! Chicken farming.
My dear reader, did you guess the deep thought of chicken farming? If you did, you are correct. And so, dear reader, sit back, open the book, and enjoy a series of scandalous letters and dangerous liaisons.
Jean-Paul Lepin to Pierre Agnon. Monsieur Agnon, as I look around at my vast fields of chickens, it brings to my mind the deep thought of how their feathers simply perk up at the slightest sign of danger. And monsieur, it reminded me of the solemn reason that I write to you. You see, I was walking my fields, tending to my favorite hen, Matilda, looking out into the vast pastures of Nice, France. And I thought to myself, did I make the right decision to send you, my good friend, out of town in disgrace? And as I did so, I heard a sound. Someone was approaching.
Oh, dear sir. Oh, my ankle. I tripped upon a chicken.
Oh! Petunia!
Dear sir, I must say that Petunia walked in front of me. I had no choice but to bump into her.
She had the right of way.
It was a four-way stop.
Now you catch me in mid-thoughts. What may I do for you?
Well, dear sir, first I ask that you give me some compensation for my injury.
Very well. One leave.
Oh, if you think that's enough, well, certainly you're loony, crazy. You don't understand what these feet have been through. These feet have walked miles through Nice.
I know you. You are Claire Mouton, are you not?
That is right.
You are the daughter of the famous Lord of the Empire of the circus. Are you not?
Yes. The truth be told, I did not trip over Petunia. I came here for other reasons. You see, my father has requested that I come to him with a new performing act. And you see, we have come to learn that chickens here in Nice are quite good at walking on a tight wire.
My babies and I do not perform anymore, madam. Not since I lost, or rather, kicked out my good friend.
Aww. But
I wasn't done. Him and I, we ran the most beautiful act of chicken tightrope. Oh, I loved him so, but he disgraced me.
sir, there is nothing wrong with a man who loves a chicken more than a woman. This friend of yours, known to love chickens and hens particularly, is this why you asked him to leave?
Yes. I like the metaphor that you use.
Whether
Yes, he became entangled with a woman and forgot all about our business ventures.
Daughter? Daughter!
Oh! Rebecca! Larissa!
My goodness, sir! Those talons! They were made for walking the wire.
Yes, of course they were, but they are retired, my good sir.
Certainly. Daughter, have you explained to him the terrible exigencies under which our circus has fallen?
Father, I began explaining, and then he went off into some emotional tirade about a friend of his.
Ah, yes, your disgraced partner.
Something about love and women.
Yes. Now, Monsieur Mouton, I understand that you are falling upon ill tidings, but that is none of my concern.
Sir, you have no idea how the population has turned their ire against the circus. It's almost as if taking the chickens, wrapping them in wire, and tossing them up onto the wire and slinging them across is no longer politically correct.
Of course.
Father, shall we tell him about the new act we've been thinking of?
Indeed.
It involves a bar suspended with two thin wires. This bar would then flow to and fro. What rides upon it? One beautiful hen.
And so, my dearest friend, this is the reason I write to you. I humbly beg of you, return. Let us start over. You may bring your wife. Yes. Your dearest friend for always, Jean-Paul.
Monsieur Pierre, to Claire. Claire, my dearest love. It appears that our conversation has perhaps bear fruit. For you see, I shall return to the circus, and I shall allow my friend to forgive me. Though the insult was great, the damage runs deep, and yet I still think fondly of us, and knowing the love that is between us, and once he does find out that it is you, I'm sure that he will laugh with hilarity that the circumstances presented itself. It was just the other day when I was strolling through my garden. contemplating about that argument we had a month prior. For my garden on the outskirts of the country was the only place that I could find solace and peace, looking upon the roses, petunias, and all the various other plants, the birds, the trees, the vineyard, a place of absolute solace. That is when your sister arrived.
Ooh. Hello.
Marie.
You seem surprised?
I am. And you are not escorted.
I come alone.
I have enough scandal as it is. I do not wish to add any more further disturbances to my life.
You are now my brother. Don't you understand? There's no scandal here.
A scandal woman coming here alone, visiting a man such as myself?
I heard word that you're returning to the circus with my sister.
News travels fast. Well?
I have been amiss ever since Papa and my sister have cut me off from the circus. They said I was not talented enough to walk the wire, so they sought out chickens! Chickens to replace me!
Yes, I understand. But chickens are the most attractive of all exhibitions. What? No, please, no, I'm not doing it that way. Of course, you are the most beautiful.
I fear, monsieur, that you have taken your foot out of your mouth just to put another one back in.
I'm sorry you had to hear about this way, Claire, in the letter. But I must be forthcoming. I am in love with your sister.
Which one?
As it should be, Claire is your wife. I have only come here because I know what the circus means to my sister and to my father. I just want a place in it all.
A place?
A place.
I see.
Papa.
Is this true, what I have heard, whilst hiding behind the coop? Stand back, sir. Am I to understand that you have in secret wed my eldest daughter, only to pay your courtship to my youngest?
That is half true, Papa.
I beg you, sir, if there be another half to weigh the scale, present it now.
And my heart is only for Claire.
Hesitance.
You might have heard hesitance in my voice, Papa. But I assure you that my hesitance does not come from a lack of knowing, but rather the awkwardness of this situation that I find.
Really? Why, I'm tempted to believe you can scarce remember their names.
It's Claire and Marie.
Papa!
Child, don't you see how this man is treating you?
It is not him treating me. It is me confronting him. I have never forgiven you and Claire for kicking me out.
Well, I'm sorry, but you aren't as graceful as the chickens.
Papa! Give me another chance.
That is of secondary importance.
See, let me climb on this very high ledge.
No, careful!
See?
Oh! Claire! Marie!
Are you hurt, child?
I'm fine.
Papa, if I may be so bold.
Did you dare to call me Papa?
Yes.
Why not try Claire or Marie? You called everyone else that.
Yes, we married in secret, but it was because I knew that you would not agree to this. I have had a strange reputation of loving chickens more than women.
I thought that was a metaphor.
Well, it is. Yes, it is a metaphor, of course. It's a misunderstanding, rather. I was cleaning a coop rather hastily. I tripped and fell, upon the,
Oh.
upon the head, Rebecca.
Sir, I demand honor. I demand that you meet me at the garden. But not this one. The one that is next to
The garden.
the village square.
And if I were to meet you there, what would take place?
What would take place is a duel, sir.
A duel!
A duel to the death. Yes, child.
To the death!
Yes, sir.
All because of a misunderstanding!
A misunderstanding.
You see, Claire, how unreasonable your father is. I understand why everything must be hidden from this man. Very well, sir. If a duel to the death is what you seek, then I see that you are quite eager to meet your maker.
We shall fight with chicken claw.
And with those words, they left. My dearest love, I know that these words were difficult to read, but know that my heart only belongs to you. For I do count the days and the feathers for when we will. Again, sincerely, your husband, your love, your cock. Pierre!
Claire Mouton to Monsieur. No. Monsieur Agneau.
Oh.
Monsieur Agneau, as I once may have referred to you with your first name, I shall heretofore refer to you by your surname, Monsieur.
I should let you know my last name is
Oh dear, I have run out of that substance in which I can replace a miswritten letter and fix my error. Let me just scratch this out. Monsieur Le Pen. Where else did I refer to him as Le Pen? There. Good. Dear sir, after speaking to you out in the wild on your property and seeing the luxurious chickens that you do own and care for, I still wish to ask for your assistance. You see, my father was badly injured in a talon fight. He is at rest at a nearby convent where he's being cared for by a very lovely nursemaid. I wish for you to meet him there and to nurse him as well. Let me tell you, though, about the horrible incident. That day, at the town square, next to the garden, there was my father and my husband, armed with fresh talons in each hand. With each hand, they respectfully waved their talons, trying to intimidate each other from afar.
Sirs, messieurs, first, you must present each of your prepared battle cries.
a duel until death.
One point!
It was unfolding as if it was happening in half time.
Excellent cock-a-doodle-doo! One point!
Father, please. Father, he is younger than you. Do not risk your life.
Stand back!
He nearly took out my eye.
I don't need a left eye or a spleen to beat this cad.
You need an army, sir.
You have counted your eggs before they...
I'm a cock, I lay no egg.
And with one talon, he ripped forth an organ resembling a kidney.
Winner!
Father, we must take him to see the doctor.
Perchance, Perdue.
I was merciful in allowing a non-fatal blow, but that will teach you a good lesson, my good son.
May I have my organ back?
Give it to him. Have you no mercy?
Crude surgery, but effective.
Hold it in.
Claire! It was him who brought this upon me to the death, and I'm being as merciful as possible. Why?
I would expect you to act more gentlemanly and not take out your chicken-like aggressions on my father.
How would you like me to act more legitimately? To kill him?
Is it too late for an annulment? Monsieur Lapin, with that, I left the scene. My sister and I carried my father quickly to the village doctor, who had a practice next to the garden, next to the town square.
And then take me to a nunnery.
First, not without attending the local fox hunt on the way. Of course, my father was a sportsman. It may have cost him his life nearly, but he arrived at the monastery where, the convent, where he's being cared for. Sir, please do visit him. Yours, Claire Mouton.
Monsieur Lepon to Monsieur Gounod. Monsieur Gounod, as you know, there has been a grievous injury to Monsieur Mouton. I visited him at the convent where he was being tended to by the nuns. He looked as weak as a bull without its horns and testicles. He seemed on the brink of death. He bellowed and cuckooed.
Obviously, I am rushing here to tend to you. First, I needed to put on my habit, which is the will of God, and it was askew, so forgive me.
She proclaimed as she looked at the sky towards God himself.
You are quite ill.
Dear sister, tell me, What lies across that threshold never trodden by mortal feet?
Death.
She was quite blunt, you see.
I was hoping for some hope of salvation, forgiveness perhaps, endless bliss maybe.
If I was not a nun, I would laugh. Hope. Sir, you are a sinner. Are you not?
Are you not surprised to see me?
My goodness, through the haze of blood clot eyes, is that you, my wife?
Oh, yes. I once was your wife.
Said Mademoiselle Mouton.
Surely you're not going to let a little thing like my abandoning you come in between us?
No, no. This is exactly what it is I would want now that the circus will be mine.
Monsieur, I was quite uncomfortable.
Since you clearly will not be able to tend to much of anything. Not like you did before.
Don't you?
Madame, he has lost a few organs.
You know, she is correct, monsieur. If your daughter does not marry my cowardly friend, you will lose your circus.
No, none of that. I care nothing for worldly belongings anymore. I care nothing for who marries who or who society looks upon with blank and vacuous smiles. I only care now to set right my past sins. Yes, woman, you were grievously wronged by me. Yes, I abandoned you for that woman who had the chickens. But our own children were so clumsy. They could not walk the wire. The circus was failing. The chickens were so damn good.
He could have removed his tongue. That would have been much more pleasurable for me.
Wait, it is not too late. It is true I am mangled and blind, almost beyond repair, but I have come to this house of God. Sir, stand witness to this vow.
I stood witness to that vow.
I do not wish to hear this vow.
She did not wish to hear it.
I am going to take what is rightfully mine, which has always been rightfully mine, my passion, my performers, my circus.
Wait, please.
This doesn't appear to be going very well for you.
So, Miss...
Are you sure there's not even like a soft cloud to sleep?
No, nothing.
And so, monsieur, as you can see, Monsieur Mouton was devastated in body, mind, and soul. And so I write to you, my friend, because I miss you and I wish to see you soon. Yours truly, Monsieur Mouton.
Claude Gounod to Celeste Mouton. Madame Mouton, as you know, I was off on my journeys as a town crier. From town to town, I went about, weeping and crying. Hired, of course, for funerals to make the deceased seem as if they were even more beloved than... Now, I returned to your circus to visit my good friend Pierre, and I was witness to his conversation with Jean-Paul, my other good friend. I sat in the stands, my little hat that resembled a chicken placed about my head.
And because of all those happenings, that is why I cannot be part of the circus any longer.
How dare you?
How dare I? How dare you?
You're the one doing it.
But you're the one that allowed her to interfere.
Madam, it was quite like seeing two colossal armies, for both were flocked by their respective flocks. Chickens in the rafters behind them, one sporting the blue, and the others sporting the purple, as if members of some discreet organization. And so they continued.
Monsieur, you step on back into the grounds of your infancy, into the grounds where you and I became best of friends.
Yes.
And you step upon our entire history.
She wishes to replace the chickens with people on tightrope.
Yes. Yes, she does. But do you not see what you have done? You have tumbled the board. Dominoes. A thing? Yes? Dominoes! They fell. And other dominoes fell after. And now there is a broken man that you claim to be friends with. And there is a woman who will take all that makes him happy. And you care not.
I must say, it was quite awkward, myself being in the stands, witnessing my two good friends in argument. I made contact with the other soul across the room, the bearded lady. She and I shared a glance. Perhaps a sparkling romance, but that is beside the point. They continued.
Jean-Paul, you were my closest friend. And I've actually come here to ask you, let us start anew, perhaps. I care about you deeply, my friend. Even though I do forgive you for that strange rumor regarding me loving chickens more than women.
One does not simply fall upon a chicken.
It was a misunderstanding! I tripped! People trip all the time upon chickens here.
I cannot see our relationship flourish with your cold heart. I simply cannot, monsieur.
Then tell me what it is that you wish for me to do, Jean-Paul.
I wish for you to disappear. You have caused nothing but trouble since you have returned.
This is the second time you'd asked me to leave. I listened the first, out of respect.
You got married. You abandoned everyone.
I fell in love with a human woman.
And you stepped upon my body to reach her.
And she no longer wants to even look upon my visage.
Good.
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 Now I'm betrayed by all. So much has been asked of me. And no matter what I do, what call I come to answer, I've always answered the wrong one. I am now perilous, aimless, friendless, loveless.
You have dug and dug and dug with your talents.
I do promise, yes.
I am not done.
Please.
You shall lie upon the grave you have dug, my friend.
And at that, perhaps I be not a reliable narrator, but I wish to elaborate at this point, that their flocks plucked them up by their coats and flew them away.
I will take Rebecca!
I stalked toward the bearded woman, but I need not tell you of that tale. But perhaps if you'd like to know, it's fairly gratuitous, you can write me back. All the best Your loyal customer, Claude Bruno.
Celeste to Jean-Paul. Monsieur, I write you as I do feel we share the same desires in many ways. I want a circus that is mostly based with humans. You want to save your chickens. So, it is with this that I write and tell you about an encounter I had the other day that I think you will be very interested to hear. I was strolling along in the wedding that I was attending. I wasn't invited, but I like crashing things, you know. It was kind of a boring wedding, so I stepped outside, and who is it that you think I saw?
Oh, Mama. Mother.
Girls.
It is very bold of you to go to weddings while we are preparing for Father's funeral.
I did hire a crier.
Scallops wrapped in bacon inside.
It's quite good.
We should hire him more often.
Well, Mama, we have something to tell you. We understand that you do not like the idea of chickens
No.
performing. And so
I like chicken salad. And chicken soup. And
Well-
drumsticks.
we have decided that we would like to be the performers.
Claire, please say that my eyes and ears deceive me. For I just heard you say that you wish to be a performer here upon this very stage.
Yes. Yes, you see,
We have come up with an act with both of us.
we have. You must watch, for you will enjoy it. All of this upon a tightrope. And then
And then I catch her in my arms. She leaps.
And then we fly through the air, tumbling about, until we land on the ground victoriously. And we salute.
Girls, I must say, I am quite impressed and very glad to see that you are starting to see things my way. Good sir, can you please tell me what business you have with me and my daughters at this very
My
moment?
business is that this here be my wife, and this here be the circus with which I built with my own hands from nothing. And you come here so callously to take it away, and you have left me abandoned. But I've only done everything for you, my love.
Abandoned, you say? Oh, dear boy, you are so incredibly abandoned, haven't you been? Completely neglected by your family?
Yes?
Oh, I wonder what that feels like.
It feels-
Oh, I do know what that feels like.
Wait a minute. It's like a nightmare come to me. You have... At first I thought you just looked like her, but you are her.
Mama, who is she? Who is she to you?
I cannot speak the words.
What?
She will utter them.
Yes, it is me. Your old circus performer. No, I survived. I will always survive.
But it was not my fault.
Show me the pirouettes. Hadn't been practicing all these years.
Of course.
Mother!
Pirouette for them.
First position.
Second position? He was never good at third position. Oh.
It was not my fault. I was assigned to tighten the ropes. I was assigned to make sure safety was number one matter at hand. And I did. I promise you, I did.
You made me fall. Do you think I don't remember how devious you were?
It wasn't me.
How much you hated me?
It was a mistake.
All I was trying to do was make you the best performer that you could be. And you tried to kill me. And you made me lose everything. And now I will ensure that you lose everything you love.
Stop! Stop!
I'm surrounded by ghosts.
I am not dead. I cling to life by a thread, though my lot is very sad. It's sad.
I still get paid if he doesn't die.
Don't you see, dear wife, how much misery has come from our disunion? It is not too late. It is not too late for us to set the world aright. And so, dear reader, did we set the world aright?
No.
It's a rhetorical question. Because you shall not find out until the end of our tale. And at this point, it is just the end of part 1. And so, my dear reader, was I successful in winning back the affections of my estranged wife that I had so carelessly abandoned at an earlier stage of life?
No.
Again. A rhetorical question. Because you will not discover the answer until the end of these epistles. And right now is only the beginning of part 2.
Yes, Madame, Monsieur Jean-Paul Lepon to Mademoiselle Mouton. Mademoiselle, I write to you because I understand that your family is in turmoil, and as you know, I am a very, very good friend of your father, Monsieur Mouton, and I wish to tell you of the happenings of yesterday morning. You see, yesterday morning, I was at the village market looking for plump hens to take to my farm. Plumper. And you would not guess who I met. Monsieur Monsieur Agnon.
I'm so sorry.
Do you not see what you've done?
I wish to be rid of it all. I do not care no more about the circus or the chickens. I just wish to have my friend back and my beautiful wife. That's all that matters to me now.
Then woo her, marry her, and bring that poor family back together.
I do not know how. I have nothing.
Once upon a time, I had a friend whose wiles were so great that any woman would throw herself upon him. Where is that friend, I wonder?
He is right here, but I do not wish to have any woman. I wish to have the woman, my Claire.
Then woo her! You owe me this!
Very well, I shall, but I need your help. I need your words in my ear. I need to have you with me in some capacity as my once...
He croaked weakly.
Monsieur Mouton.
Monsieur Mouton, you're looking well.
I have one eye and a dangling kidney.
It suits you.
Sir, sorry. Friends, I've been hired as the kidney holder.
Oh, and I am to administer last rites if he dies.
Is there even a limbo to wait in?
No.
Monsieur, I know that you and I have exchanged ire and hatred, and all the world would shock itself to know that we speak amicably here in this place.
I only wish to speak amicably.
Speak.
He said as his kidney flopped on the ground by accident.
That's a potato.
Please accept my humble words, for I only wish to be with Claire.
Ow! I, too, wish for all the dissension to be repaired, and I know how to do it. I must regain the good opinion, dare I say love, of my wife Celeste.
Woo!
But it appears we are both at the same quandary.
You, my good monsieur, abandoned her.
I know.
It's not something that one gets over very easily.
Jean-Paul, you are a man of prose. You are a man of poetry. He is a man of great taste and culture. You've taught me ways to be a gentleman myself. You have the key, the answer.
In fact, Monsieur Mouton, the three of us, when we were youths,
Aye.
we used to gallivant about the towns. We did find ourselves amongst many women, and we were quite gallant. And I believe, with our three heads put together,
Yes.
our little flock could help you win back the love of your ex-wife.
Yes. And the love of my Claire. Yes.
May I see, for just a brief moment, this gallivant?
Yeah. 1 and 2 and 3.
My dearest, we gallivanted for 5 minutes straight.
My goodness! Never has a trio of chevaliers gallivanted so!
We shall gain her love back for you,
Yes.
monsieur.
Yes, we shall.
For our names are not Jean-Paul,
Pierre.
And Claude.
And if that does not work out, could just die.
Amen, sister. Yes. Is there even a soul angel somewhere that comes at a time of need and places a hand on the shoulder of the grievously pained?
No.
So, this, my dear, is the reason that I write to you. For you have also been slighted, but you hold a great place in your mother's heart. You are our way in, so to speak. Yours truly, Monsieur Jean-Paul Lepont.
Mademoiselle Marie, to my sister Claire. My dearest sister, I know you and I have had our ups and downs, and many ups on the tightrope. But I fear this is a time that we must come closer than ever. I have received word that there are schemes to bring Mama and Papa back together. Although it is wonderful to have 2 separate Christmases, I do think there is true value in having our family be whole again. I must tell you, the other day, to help with these schemes, I went with Mama to a bar. And another! Cheers!
We don't tell anyone about our little secret drinky rendezvous.
We are a little secret. I always was your favorite daughter after all. Yes! Cheers to that!
Cheers. Madame Mouton, Mademoiselle, pardon me. I have brought you a gift.
Gift?
Yes, a gift from your true beloved.
And Claire,
Monsieur Moustar?
Claire, I can see the color drain out of Mama's face.
No, not mayonnaise, not Moscow. Not Poupon. From Monsieur Mouton.
Open it. But first, another.
Did it come with a card?
Yes, of course. And I
A
shall.
singing card?
Yes. My dearest mademoiselle, though the name pains my heart, for you once were madame, and now you are not. But I want you to know that abandonment is a thing of the past. I am no longer a man. La la la. And so I wish for you to open this gift, so you may know what my heart truly holds.
Come.
A Fabergé egg. Look, it has painted around it.
There is a message inside. It is not a singing one.
He remembered
What is it, Mama?
My favorite flower. It's very rare. The perfume I wore when we wed was made from these petals.
The elderflowers.
He loves you, you know. He regrets with his soul.
Now that he's on his deathbed, he regrets.
He is the image of health. If you look at it from a certain angle.
You truly only need one eye, one kidney.
Mademoiselle, can you not see it in your heart to forgive a broken man, both in body and heart?
And another.
Do you know what it's like to be seen as so angry all the time?
No.
Well, let me tell you.
And there Mama went into her soliloquy explaining her past, present, and plans for future.
And so you see.
Beautiful soliloquy.
Do I wish to bring my family back together? Yes. But you must understand that it takes time to melt the ice that is around my heart after what I have bared all these years without my daughters, without my circus, without the man.
So you're saying there is a chance? Hope? No.
Claire, there was hesitation on her face, but I saw it, that glint of love that we saw between Mama and Papa's children. There was a glint, but it was there.
I beg you think about it, mademoiselle. Mademoiselle.
Well, Mama, I really must be going. I'm learning how to crochet in case the circus does not work out for me.
There.
And so Mama left. My dear Claire, all I want is our family's happiness. All I want is your happiness. Be strong, dear sister. Make wise choices, I beg of you. Your dearest sister, Marie.
From Claire to Mama. My dear mother, quote, unquote. I understand that you have always favored one daughter over another. And it pains me greatly to know that it is not me. I have tried all of these years to be your favorite, but alas, it didn't work out. But I'm writing to you to let you know that Papa is mending slowly and does appear to be turning a corner of sorts. A very, very oblique corner, yet a corner, be it. I fear for his health if you were not to come and see him and give him some hope for your reconnection. But I'm also writing you to let you know about my recent meeting with my own husband, and I am sorry I did not tell you that we were married, because, well, we got married at a strange place, you see. Well, we were married at the masquerade ball. But we did reconnect to meet up to discuss our relationship.
Claire,
Yes.
thank you for meeting me here. butts of beer are stored.
Dear, I did not ever know what a butt of beer was.
Yes. I brought you here for the sole reason that perhaps we can enjoy a libation together, and this is a place where no one shall come and bother us.
For whom?
Your first flight, sir.
Oh.
A rare vintage.
It carries a faint aroma of
Top notes of floral essence.
And do I not sense a tidbit of secret?
Yes. Some corn. It is an acquired taste.
You know, a lady never drinks, and certainly not a butt of beer. If you were to provide another vessel, of course, I might be interested.
Then another vessel shall be provided for. But Claire, you coming here alone is a gesture that perhaps you are willing to forgive me.
I shall have a very difficult time to forgive you for injuring my father so horribly and leaving. Need I say that not only did you remove his organ, but you left behind a small bit of talon, which they could not remove at the convent.
Claire, he challenged me to a duel. As a proper gentleman, I cannot refuse. But I do deeply regret what had taken place. And that's why I'm here to throw myself at you, begging for forgiveness. I do not care anymore about the circus, nor the chickens.
Nor do I.
Then let us unite again.
This chicken business, I cannot stand any more of it.
Very well. Then you will also not be involved in the circus, and you will not be presenting yourself on any tightrope or performances.
But I have a problem because my father loves it so, and I want him to live and thrive.
Claire, I must tell you, I was a performer. I was trained by her, that woman.
Mother,
Yes.
at this moment, when he spoke of you, I saw the blood leave his face. And I saw him turn into a small boy in front of my eyes.
Oh, she was really hard on me. She wouldn't let me eat food. She wouldn't let me have any food or dessert or water unless I performed my duties correctly. She had me walk across the tightrope, back and forth, my feet calloused, my heart pounding, my lips dry, my throat parched, my soul aching.
Mother, and when he described in such detail what you did to him, it gave me great compassion for him, and I have to wonder, why does my father want to be with her? Why?
Oh. I asked myself that very question, and that she would have yielded such an angel such as you.
Oh. And Mother, when he said that, my heart did melt.
And that is why I had to loosen the rope. Yes. Yes, Claire. It was I who had done it.
Mother, he told me all about it in great detail.
I was a young lad of only 15. I was so distraught. I was at my rope's end, so to speak.
And you watched my mother fall, and you saw her land one leg out, and...
Yes. And in that impact, I knew that I had been a changed man, and I did not like who I had become. That's why I fled.
Mother, I felt myself at a great moment of decision and realized, as much as I love you, I cannot be with the man who has injured both of my parents.
Both parents made me do it. They both were mad. They were both so controlling, so wretched. What else was I supposed to do, Claire?
What has this butt of beer done to you? You've turned into an animal.
No. I only tell you the truth in confidence, and now you throw it back at me.
Mother, as he lunged towards me, I turned my back on him and left the beer buttery. And so, Mother, I shall not forgive you for treating him so poorly, but I do have some space in my heart for perhaps mending our relationship. Signed, your daughter.
Celeste, to her confidant and town crier. My dearest, dearest friend and confidant, I feel it is only you that truly understands me. I realize the mistakes I have made, not from malintent. I always thought I was doing what was best. And alas, there is pain for my children, for their lovers, and for the man I admittedly still love. I went to see him the other day at the nunnery. I shall describe what ensued.
Madame, he is still alive.
Hello?
You came.
I did. I got your gift.
That perfume. And the Fabergé egg. Did he sing it well?
It could have been better. But the sentiment was there.
Celeste, you are as beautiful as the day we first met as children.
Even with your eye hanging?
The sad
I
thing,
just hold it.
yes, the sad thing is that this was the eye that was wounded. I'll take this one, and
This is going well.
there was a time, my love, when we held champagne glasses. This instead of my glassy, clouded, dangling eyeballs.
Those were simpler times.
I feel this is a burden.
Do you have a bobby pin?
My dear, when I look into your eyes, I see all of the opportunities for happiness
that I so foolishly squandered.
Yes, we cannot go back. But for our children who has so many more years to live, we must help them.
Is that your final answer then? Is there no chance that I might win your heart as once I had it?
No.
No, because you never lost it.
Do you mean it, Celeste? Don't it?
Yes, I mean it!
I'll just put them in my pockets for a moment. Oh, Celeste, I can barely see.
Just, please.
Celeste!
This went on for many, many, many minutes.
Not like the world, Celeste. After all, there are so many obstacles that our poor human condition forces us to overcome. Are we not all in this town of Paris nothing but chickens on a tightrope wire, trying our best to claw our way from one end to the other in order to gain a smattering of applause from the people in the stands while trying not to fall and break our chicken necks?
So you see, my dear friend, he was in fact losing his mind.
I see lint! Oh.
Many other body parts. And yet, the glimmer in his eye was familiar. So, my dear friend, I ask you for your help. To help me bring me and my daughters back together. For I fear they have lost respect for me. And if it is until my last breath, I will regain their love. Your dearest friend, Celeste.
Claude Gounod to Claire Mouton. Claire, it is under very dire circumstances that I write this letter to you now. It was at the feast of Saint Stephen, patron of all fowl and chicken kind. Your father was being heralded there, a survivor of near death, sat upon a chair to give a speech. I, there in attendance, did notice the light falling from his eyeballs, which did dangle. It became immediately clear that your father was mere moments from his demise. It was with quick thinking that I caught eyes with my confidant and friend, Jean-Paul and Pierre. The three of us rushed to your father's side. We knew that we could not let such a man perish.
Why not?
The nuns of the convent seemed keen on your father's demise nonetheless. We splayed him out upon the floor.
What the hell is happening?
Lay him out, boys.
Did I give my speech?
The audience, their mouths agape, watched Jean-Paul, ever known for his tender hands and ability to resurrect a dying chicken, did so upon your father. He took at his rib cage and plucked it apart. There, he engorged his heart with medicinal properties which were beyond my comprehend. Your father uttered a nonsensical sentence, but at your recompense.
You are aware that resurrection has only happened once.
And your father uttered it.
I shall eat turquoise! I don't know.
Your mother fell to his side. It was clear that Jean-Paul's efforts were of no use. And then it came to our heads that there was one who could. The spurned daughter, your sister, known for her act in the circus, where she walked upon tightrope, and she could resurrect a man using that very wire. I could see on her lips the memory of this as she fell upon your father.
Well, he's not a chicken, so.
I hope one of these things work.
Don't count on it.
They say that the wire from the tightrope is wrapped around as a tourniquet.
Tears fell from my eyes, but I sucked them back in, knowing I should not cry today, for this man shall not die.
And tighten. The blood will come back to the heart.
And much like my tears, his eyeballs were sucked back into his skull. Lucidity returned to them, and he saw in his eyes the most beautiful thing he ever did see.
My dear, I am well again.
Damn it!
Claire, surely you wonder why I write you this letter. But I wish to tell you of the events that transpired before you yourself entered.
Sister was here to witness this.
It would make our family whole.
Father! You are whole!
Yes, I can barely explain how it happened.
What is this wire hanging about you?
I wouldn't touch it.
What has happened here?
Please give a blessing to these newly restored eyes and hug your sister and mother.
Oh, mother!
Look upon yourselves, my friends. This is what it's supposed to be like. You must forgive him.
I know that I have done terrible wrongs unworthy of your forgiveness. I know that I never could ever deserve a second chance, and I do not implore you to let me back into your life unless you truly, truly feel that you could ever love me again as once you did.
Tell him to drink a butt of beers.
I'm going to close the window so the rabble outside.
My dear God, I have waited so many years to hear those words. And I too wish to apologize for my part in breaking this family apart. Especially that of your dear love. Oh, I wish to apologize to him
I wish to apologize to you. I was young and stupid.
Yes.
But I'm glad that you are among us and well. And please, forgive me.
You are forgiven. I am truly sorry that I made your toes bleed. But you wanted to be the best, and I saw the best in you. You still could live out your dream as a circus performance.
No. But I do thank you.
Now go to your love.
And so, Claire, not only was your father and mother reunited, but you yourself found solace in the hands of your husband. The people attending the feast applauded. And I, of course, ever of soft heart, began to weep. For never a moment of more beauty had I ever witnessed.
And so, my dear reader, I sit here preparing these pages for publication, my eyes remarkably restored, my kidney and spleen, but nonetheless I live.
Damn it!
I hate that woman. But what is it that brought me back to life? Was it the modern miracle of the chicken wire tourniquet? Or was it the love that I had reclaimed?
Chicken wire. Chicken wire it is.
Rhetorical.
Because we all know the answer was love. Dear reader, close this book, find the one you love, and never, ever let them go. The end. And there's still one more surprise for you this evening. It's a wig! How many lost the bet? My friends, thank you so much for being here. If you enjoyed tonight, and I hope you did, come on back and see us again. We still have tomorrow matinee at 3:15, and then all next weekend, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday again. It's always a completely different story, and always all based on your suggestions. If you have some friends out there, and I can see you, you're nice, you do. Tell your friends about us. Take a postcard and give it to them, and help them find their way to the show. Your word of mouth is our greatest form of advertisement, and we would appreciate it very, very much. In addition to these shows, we teach classes. If you think improvisation is fun, it is. If you wonder if you can do it, you can. And I personally teach an introduction to improvisation class right here in Walnut Creek at the Walnut Creek Arts and Rec Center. So go online. The next session starts in the summer. Take an improv class. It's fun and you'll have a great time. Finally, we are a nonprofit theater company, we rely very heavily on the generosity of our patrons. That's you're the patrons, for keeping us going. If you have a couple of extra bucks in your pocket and you don't mind donating it to us, we'd appreciate that very much. There's a box on your way out. You can throw it right in there. Or if you want to write us a nice big check, we'd accept that too. Take one of those envelopes, send it in the mail. We'd appreciate it very much. If you have a friend in the cast and you want to say hello to us, we'll be outside in about 10 minutes at the stage door. You are awesome. We love you. Good night.